Have you ever woken up at 3 a.m.? The clock blinks, an eerie quiet fills the air, and a shiver runs down your spine. 3 a.m. It's known as the witching hour, a time shrouded in mystery and superstition. Some dread it, associating it with paranormal activity and unease. Yet, for others, it's a time of unexpected awakening, a spiritual alarm clock ringing in the stillness of the night. Across cultures and throughout history, the significance of this pre-dawn hour is undeniable. Ancient civilizations recognized the transition between darkness and light as a sacred time. Today, many still experience a heightened sense of awareness, anxiety, or even spiritual connection during these early morning hours. But what is it about 3 a.m. that holds such power? Why do we wake up, hearts pounding, with a sense of something profound yet undefinable? It's a question that has puzzled scientists, mystics, and everyday people for centuries. Some dismiss it as mere coincidence, a quirk of our sleep cycles. Others believe it's a doorway to a deeper reality, a time when the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds is thin. The phenomenon of the 3 a.m. awakening is surprisingly common. Walk into any online forum and you'll find countless stories of people from all walks of life sharing their experiences. Insomniacs, artists, parents, students. The demographics vary, but the underlying sentiment remains the same. There's something uniquely unsettling yet strangely compelling about waking up at this specific hour. Is it simply a case of our modern lives being too hectic? Our minds too cluttered to find rest, or could there be a deeper meaning, a universal message woven into the fabric of our collective consciousness? Perhaps this nocturnal stirring is a reminder of our innate connection to something larger than ourselves, a whisper from the divine urging us to pay attention. The human spirit is wired to seek meaning and connection. We long to understand our place in the grand tapestry of existence. So when we wake in the dead of night, our senses heightened, we're naturally drawn to explore the possibilities. Could this be more than just a random occurrence? Could it be a spiritual wake-up call? The world around us is constantly buzzing with distractions. Our phones ping, our schedules overflow, and the demands of daily life leave us feeling drained and disconnected. But in the stillness of 3 a.m., when the world sleeps, we have a rare opportunity, an invitation to disconnect from the external noise and tune into the subtle whispers of our soul. What if, instead of fearing the 3 a.m. awakening, we embraced it as a sacred pause, a moment to connect with our deepest selves, to listen to the whispers of our intuition, and to explore the spiritual landscape that often gets overlooked in the hustle and bustle of daylight hours? This is not to say that every 3 a.m. awakening is a mystical experience. Sometimes it's just our bodies adjusting or our minds processing the day's events. But for those who are drawn to explore the spiritual implications, the potential for growth and self-discovery is profound. Our bodies are intricate systems governed by rhythms and cycles that influence our waking and sleeping hours. This internal clock, known as the circadian rhythm, dictates our natural sleep-wake patterns, hormone fluctuations, and even our body temperature throughout the day. Like a conductor leading an orchestra, the circadian rhythm ensures that our bodily functions work in harmony. This internal clock is highly sensitive to external cues, primarily light and darkness. As the sun rises, our bodies suppress melatonin, the hormone that induces sleep, and increase cortisol, the hormone that promotes alertness. Conversely, as darkness falls, melatonin production increases, signaling to our bodies that it's time to rest. However, this delicate balance can be easily disrupted by modern lifestyles. Artificial light exposure from screens, irregular sleep schedules, and late-night meals can all throw our circadian rhythm out of sync, leading to sleep disturbances and those dreaded 3 a.m. awakenings. Our sleep isn't a continuous state, but rather a dynamic process consisting of different stages. Throughout the night, we cycle through periods of light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep, each serving a crucial role in physical restoration and cognitive processing. These cycles typically last around 90 minutes and repeat multiple times throughout the night. Interestingly, the 3 a.m. awakening often coincides with a period of lighter sleep that occurs towards the latter part of the night. This stage, known as stage 1 or N1 sleep, is characterized by a transition from wakefulness to sleep and vice versa. During this stage, it's easier to be roused from sleep by external stimuli or internal shifts in brain activity. As we age, our sleep architecture naturally changes, and we tend to experience less deep sleep and more time in lighter stages, including stage 1 sleep. This biological shift can contribute to more frequent awakenings, particularly in the early morning hours. So while the 3 a.m. awakening might feel jarring, it could simply be a reflection of our natural sleep patterns. While biological factors play a role in our sleep-wake cycles, the mind exerts a powerful influence on our ability to rest soundly. Stress, anxiety, and unresolved emotional issues can manifest as sleep disturbances, including those frustrating middle-of-the-night awakenings. When we're under stress, our bodies release cortisol, the stress hormone. While cortisol is essential for our daily functioning, elevated levels, especially at night, can interfere with our sleep. Instead of winding down for rest, our minds race with worries, to-do lists, and unresolved conflicts, making it difficult to fall asleep or stay asleep. Moreover, unresolved emotional issues can surface during the night when our conscious defenses are lowered. Dreams often serve as a window into our subconscious, processing emotions and experiences that we might not consciously address during our waking hours. If we're grappling with unresolved trauma, grief, or anxiety, these emotions can manifest as nightmares or restless sleep, leading to those unwelcome 3 a.m. wake-up calls. As mentioned earlier, cortisol plays a crucial role in our sleep-wake cycle. While cortisol levels naturally rise in the morning to promote alertness, they should gradually decline throughout the day, reaching their lowest point at night to allow for restful sleep. However, various factors can disrupt this hormonal balance, leading to elevated cortisol levels at night and those pesky 3 a.m. awakenings. Stress, as we've discussed, is a major culprit. When we're chronically stressed, our bodies can remain in a heightened state of alert, resulting in elevated cortisol levels even when we should be resting. This hormonal imbalance can disrupt our sleep patterns and make it challenging to fall back asleep once we wake up in the early hours. Furthermore, certain medical conditions such as Cushing's syndrome and adrenal tumors can cause the body to produce excessive cortisol, leading to sleep disturbances, including early morning awakenings. If you consistently wake up at 3 a.m. and experience other symptoms like weight gain, high blood pressure, or muscle weakness, it's essential to consult a healthcare professional to rule out any underlying medical conditions. Beyond the physical, a bridge to deeper meaning. While understanding the physiological and psychological factors behind 3 a.m. awakenings is crucial, it's equally important to acknowledge the potential for a deeper meaning. For centuries, many cultures and spiritual traditions have associated the early morning hours with heightened spiritual awareness and connection to the divine. In the stillness of the night, when the world sleeps and distractions fade away, we have a unique opportunity to connect with our inner selves and explore the realm of the spirit. The veil between the physical and spiritual worlds may feel thinner, allowing for deeper introspection, heightened intuition, and a sense of profound peace. For some, the 3 a.m. awakening might be a gentle nudge from the universe, a call to embark on a spiritual journey or deepen their existing practices. It could be an invitation to explore meditation, prayer, or other spiritual disciplines that help us connect with our higher selves and tap into a realm beyond the material world. The power of silence, creating space for insight. Even if we don't ascribe to any particular spiritual belief system, the quiet solitude of the early morning hours offers a valuable opportunity for introspection and self-discovery. In the absence of external distractions, our thoughts and emotions have space to surface, allowing us to gain clarity and insight into our lives. Instead of viewing the 3 a.m. awakening as a nuisance, we can reframe it as a sacred pause, a time to connect with our inner wisdom and listen to the whispers of our intuition. This might involve journaling our thoughts and feelings, engaging in gentle stretching or meditation, or simply lying in stillness, observing the rhythm of our breath and allowing our minds to settle. By embracing the silence and stillness of the 3 a.m. hour, we create space for creativity, problem-solving, and spiritual exploration. We might find that solutions to problems that seemed insurmountable during the day become clearer, or that creative ideas flow more freely when we're not bombarded by external stimuli. The 3 a.m. awakening, rather than being a source of dread, can become a catalyst for personal growth and transformation. The third hour, a time of spiritual significance. The number 3 holds deep symbolic meaning in many spiritual traditions, including Christianity. From the Holy Trinity to the 3 days Jesus spent in the tomb, the number 3 often signifies completeness, divinity, and spiritual transformation. Interestingly, the Bible mentions the third hour, 3 a.m., in several significant passages, suggesting a particular spiritual weight to this time. In ancient Jewish tradition, the night was divided into 4 watches, each lasting approximately 3 hours. The third watch, from midnight to 3 a.m., was known as the cockcrow, or the time of greatest darkness just before the first light of dawn. This period was often associated with spiritual warfare, testing, and divine revelation. Could it be that our 3 a.m. awakenings coincide with this ancient understanding of the third hour as a time of heightened spiritual activity? Perhaps during these quiet pre-dawn hours, we're more attuned to the subtle energies of the spiritual realm, making us more receptive to divine messages, guidance, or even challenges. One of the most poignant biblical accounts that underscores the spiritual significance of the night, particularly the early morning hours, is Jesus' prayer in the Garden of Gethsemane. In the hours leading up to his crucifixion, Jesus retreated to the garden to pray, seeking solace and strength from his Father. It was during this time of intense emotional and spiritual struggle that he experienced his most profound agony. The Gospel of Mark recounts how Jesus went a little farther and fell to the ground and prayed that, if possible, the hour might pass from him. Mark 14:35. The weight of the world, the knowledge of the suffering to come, pressed heavily upon him. And yet, in his moment of deepest despair, he turned to prayer, seeking connection with the divine. Jesus' experience in Gethsemane offers a powerful lesson for us. When we find ourselves awake in the early morning hours, grappling with anxiety, fear, or uncertainty, we can follow his example and turn to prayer. We can pour out our hearts to God, seeking comfort, guidance, and strength to face whatever challenges lie ahead. Another compelling biblical account that highlights the spiritual potency of the night is the story of Paul and Silas in prison. Falsely accused and imprisoned for their faith, Paul and Silas found themselves in chains, confined to the darkness of a dungeon. Yet instead of succumbing to despair, they chose to pray and sing hymns to God at midnight. The book of Acts recounts how about midnight Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to God, and the prisoners were listening to them. Acts 16:25. Their faith, even in the face of adversity, was so powerful that it shook the very foundations of the prison, miraculously opening the doors and setting them free. The story of Paul and Silas serves as a powerful reminder that even in our darkest hours, when we feel trapped or overwhelmed, we can choose faith over fear. Like Paul and Silas, we can use the quiet solitude of the night, even the seemingly darkest hour of 3 a.m., to connect with our faith, draw strength from prayer and worship, and find hope in the midst of adversity. The Book of Psalms, a collection of prayers and hymns expressing a wide range of human emotions, offers profound insights into the spiritual significance of the night. Many psalms, particularly those categorized as psalms of lament, were written during times of distress, doubt, and spiritual wrestling, emotions that often surface in the quiet solitude of the night. Psalm 63:6, for instance, captures the essence of seeking God in the stillness of the night. On my bed, I remember you. I meditate on you in the watches of the night. The psalmist finds solace and connection with God during those wakeful hours, using the quiet time for reflection, meditation, and pouring out his heart to the divine. Similarly, Psalm 119:55 reads, "I remember your name in the night, O Lord, and I keep your law." The psalmist finds strength and guidance in recalling God's promises and teachings during the night, using the quiet time to reaffirm his faith and seek direction. These psalms remind us that we, too, can use the stillness of the night, particularly those 3 a.m. awakenings, as opportunities to connect with God, find comfort in his presence, and seek guidance for our lives. Divine appointments. Opening ourselves to guidance. Some spiritual traditions view the 3 a.m. awakening as a time of divine appointments, moments when the veil between the physical and spiritual realms is thinnest and we're more receptive to receiving messages, guidance, or insights from the divine. This concept suggests that these awakenings are not random occurrences, but rather purposeful invitations to connect with a higher power. While this idea might seem mystical or even far-fetched to some, many people who experience regular 3 a.m. awakenings report a heightened sense of intuition, creativity, or spiritual awareness during these times. They might receive sudden insights, experience vivid dreams that offer guidance, or feel a strong urge to pray, meditate, or engage in other spiritual practices. If we approach these early morning awakenings with an open mind and a receptive heart, we might be surprised by the guidance, clarity, and peace we receive. Instead of dreading the 3 a.m. wake-up call, we can view it as a sacred invitation to connect with the divine, to listen for whispers of wisdom, and to open ourselves to the possibility of receiving guidance for our lives. The veil is thin. Recognizing spiritual sensitivity. If you find yourself consistently waking up at 3 a.m. and experience a heightened sense of awareness, emotional intensity, or spiritual connection, it could be a sign of innate spiritual sensitivity. The Night Watchers. Stories of awakening and transformation. Across the globe, countless individuals share a common experience, waking up at 3 a.m., drawn to the stillness of the pre-dawn hours. Take Sarah, a young artist plagued by self-doubt. Her 3 a.m. awakenings became a time for meditation and journaling, leading to a surge of creativity. Vivid images and bold colors poured onto her canvases, transforming her fear into artistic expression. Many artists, writers, and musicians report similar bursts of creativity during these early hours. The quiet mind taps into a deeper well of inspiration, allowing for a freer flow of ideas. For some, it's as if the veil between the conscious and subconscious mind thins, granting access to pure creativity. These stories paint a vivid tapestry of spiritual encounters, creative breakthroughs, and emotional healing. The phenomenon of heightened creativity during the 3 a.m. hour is not merely anecdotal. Scientific research suggests our brains may be wired for different cognitive processing during various stages of sleep and wakefulness. In a hypnagogic state, our brains produce more alpha waves associated with relaxed alertness and creativity. This state allows for a freer flow of thoughts and ideas, leading to aha moments or bursts of inspiration. Keeping a journal or sketchbook by our bed can help capture these fleeting moments. While some find solace in the 3 a.m. quiet, others experience a surge of anxiety. The absence of external distractions allows our internal world to take center stage, amplifying anxieties. Worries that we push aside during the day resurface with a vengeance at night. The darkness can also amplify feelings of loneliness and vulnerability, making anxieties feel overwhelming. The surge of anxiety at 3 a.m. can serve as a catalyst for self-discovery and growth. The quiet solitude provides a unique space for introspection, free from daily distractions. Journaling can help externalize anxieties, gain clarity, and identify recurring themes or triggers. A time for surrender, releasing control, embracing trust. The 3 a.m. awakening can remind us to surrender control and cultivate trust in a higher power. Surrendering our anxieties and need for control opens us to guidance and strength from a source beyond our limited perspective. Messages from loved ones. Finding comfort in connection. Some individuals feel the presence of loved ones during the 3 a.m. hour, sensing a connection between the physical and spiritual realms. These experiences can offer solace, healing, and a sense of continued connection with those who have passed on. Approach these experiences with an open mind and heart, honoring your intuition. The call to prayer, strengthening our spiritual connection. The early morning hours are considered auspicious for prayer and meditation across various spiritual traditions. The quiet stillness provides a sacred space to connect with the divine and deepen our spiritual practice. Use this time for prayer, meditation, or contemplation to nourish your spirit and find peace. Waking up at 3 a.m. can be disorienting. Instead of surrendering to frustration, consider these practical steps to reclaim peace. Firstly, resist the urge to fight it. Acknowledge the awakening with neutrality. Create a calming environment. Move to a quiet, dimly lit area if awake for more than a few minutes. Avoid bright lights, which can suppress melatonin production. Consider dimming the lights or using a soft, warm-toned lamp. A warm bath, gentle stretching, or calming music can further soothe the mind and body. The 3 a.m. hour is an opportune time to explore meditation and mindfulness techniques. Mindfulness meditation encourages us to focus on the present moment, observing thoughts without judgment. Start by finding a comfortable seated position and turning your attention to your breath. Acknowledge thoughts without judgment and gently guide your attention back to your breath. Expand your awareness to include other senses, cultivating non-judgmental awareness. The 3 a.m. hour can become a sacred time for prayer. In the quiet solitude, deepen your connection with the divine, seeking guidance and surrendering worries. Prayer is a form of communication with a higher power, whether traditional or from the heart. Consider offering a prayer of surrender, releasing worries to a higher power and trusting in guidance. Journaling the journey, unveiling the wisdom within. Journaling can be a powerful tool for self-discovery and emotional processing during early morning hours. Create a dedicated journal for your 3 a.m. reflections, allowing thoughts and feelings to flow freely. Use simple prompts to explore thoughts and feelings, creating a safe space for authentic expression. Section 5. Seeking support, reaching out, finding understanding. While exploring the spiritual dimensions of the 3 a.m. awakening can be profoundly enriching, it's important to remember that you don't have to navigate this journey alone. Reaching out to trusted friends, family members, spiritual advisors, or therapists can provide invaluable support, guidance, and a sense of shared understanding. If you're struggling with anxiety, fear, or insomnia related to your 3 a.m. awakenings, consider consulting with a healthcare professional. They can help to rule out any underlying medical conditions that might be contributing to your sleep disturbances and offer guidance on strategies for improving your sleep hygiene and managing stress. Remember, there's no shame in seeking support. In fact, reaching out for help is a sign of strength and self-awareness. By sharing your experiences with trusted individuals or professionals, you open yourself to new perspectives, resources, and coping mechanisms that can help you navigate challenges and cultivate greater peace and well-being. Embracing the awakening. A journey of spiritual growth. The 3 a.m. awakening can become a catalyst for profound spiritual growth and self-discovery. Embrace these hours with curiosity and compassion, uncovering hidden strengths and deepening your faith. The spiritual journey is a spiral of growth with moments of insight and periods of doubt. Be gentle with yourself and honor your unique experiences. Trust the divine light within you, guiding you towards greater awareness and connection. As we've journeyed through the mysteries of the 3 a.m. awakening, one thing becomes clear. This enigmatic hour holds the potential for profound peace and self-discovery. It's a time when the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds thins, inviting us to connect with a deeper reality. The next time you find yourself awake at 3 a.m., take a moment to breathe deeply and connect with the peace within you. Remember, you are not alone. Embrace it as a sacred pause to nurture your spirit. A universe whispering, tuning into divine guidance. Many have experienced the 3 a.m. awakening as a time of heightened spiritual connection. They've shared tales of receiving divine guidance and profound insights. These experiences offer a glimpse into the vastness of human consciousness. The 3 a.m. hour can become a sacred time for listening to the whispers of your soul. Approach these experiences with an open mind and a receptive heart. Quiet the chatter of your mind through meditation or prayer. Create a space of stillness within yourself and listen deeply. These messages might come as intuitive nudges, vivid dreams, or sudden insights. Trust your inner wisdom to discern the messages that resonate with your heart. Embracing the silence, embracing ourselves. The 3 a.m. awakening invites us to confront our fears and the depths of our being. Masks fall away, revealing our truest selves, joys, sorrows, strengths, and weaknesses. This can be daunting, but it's an opportunity for healing and self-acceptance. In the night's silence, we explore hidden corners of our hearts with compassion. Embracing our imperfections is essential for spiritual growth and wholeness. The journey inward, a lifelong exploration. The 3 a.m. awakening is not a destination, but rather a point of departure, a catalyst for a lifelong journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. It's a reminder that we are constantly evolving, shedding old layers of ourselves and stepping into new levels of awareness and understanding. There will be times when the path ahead seems clear and illuminated, and there will be times when we stumble in the darkness, unsure of which way to turn. Embrace the uncertainty, for it is in the unknown that we discover our greatest strengths and resilience. Trust that you are guided and supported, even when you can't see the path ahead. Remember that every experience, every challenge, every triumph is an opportunity for growth, a chance to deepen your connection with your true self and with the divine. Continue to explore the practices and tools that resonate with you. Meditation, prayer, journaling, spending time in nature, connecting with like-minded individuals. Nurture your spirit through creative expression, acts of kindness, and a deep appreciation for the beauty that surrounds you. The journey inward is a lifelong adventure filled with wonder, discovery, and the boundless potential for transformation. Hope in the darkness. A new day begins. As the first rays of dawn illuminate the horizon, signaling the end of the night and the beginning of a new day, remember that even in the darkest of times, hope is always present. The 3 a.m. awakening, with its challenges and opportunities, ultimately reminds us that we are not defined by our fears, anxieties, or past experiences. We are beings of light and love, capable of overcoming adversity, healing our wounds, and creating a life filled with purpose, joy, and connection. Embrace the dawn with a grateful heart. Embrace the unknown with courage and curiosity. Embrace yourself with compassion and acceptance, and trust that as you continue to journey inward, you'll uncover a wellspring of strength, wisdom, and love that will guide you towards the fulfillment of your highest potential. The 3 a.m. awakening, once a source of fear and uncertainty, becomes a beacon of hope. A reminder that even in the darkest of nights, a new dawn is always on the horizon. Embrace the awakening and step boldly into the light of a new